on the doubts and fears, and with the promises, we'll sing this one, my dear. Each for the other, and both for the Lord.
Each for the other, and both for the Lord. Oh, darling sweetheart, let the angels record.
The first time we met was at a park in Lakeland. My family was there having a picnic, and Joel found out from my sister that our family was going to be there, and he wanted to meet me, so he came to the picnic, and that's when we met.
I just liked her, but she didn't give me the time of day. She tried to ignore me, like, go away. I'm with my family having a picnic, and I didn't go away.
The more persistent he was, I kind of thought, well, he's really interested, and maybe I will just give him a chance, and I did. And 5 years later, here we are married.
We enjoyed being together, and I would drive all the way from Lakeland to Auburndale to see her every time I had a chance.
Because he was, his parents were in ministry, and I had been in ministry all my life, and saw the sacrifices and things that you make being in ministry. And so I'd always said, I don't want to be in ministry. So one day I said to him, I said, what are you going to be? What are your plans? And he said, well, I don't know. I said, well, you're not going to be a preacher, are you? He said, oh, no, I'm not going to be a preacher. So I thought, okay, great. I can do this, He's not going to be a preacher. He said, I've lived in it. I've been there, I don't want to do that. And I said, great. God hasn't called him into ministry, so this is going to be perfect. Little did I know. Even though we worked in churches and, we never accepted pay because we wanted it to be, we have our jobs and we're not going to be obligated to be in ministry. So we'll go and volunteer. And we were very faithful. At this point in our lives, I knew. And without even realizing it, he did. And it just so that we actually opened up about it. And when we did, we realized, we've missed it. All this time we were trying to make money and do, pacify ourselves with being that person to help out in church and do whatever. But that wasn't what God had for us.
But it was because of all those years serving in those churches that, gave us the footing to do what we do.
You've got two different people coming together, two imperfect people coming together. And we can't always be right. Sometimes we have to be wrong and let them be right. And sometimes we just, maybe we don't totally agree on everything, but we've got to agree to disagree.
But I remember Dad Pumphrey telling me something I never forgot. He said, Martha is a Pumphrey, and she will always be a Pumphrey. He said, do you understand that? Well, I really didn't understand what he meant then, but later on I did know what he meant. She was raised one way, I was raised another way, even though we were both raised in the church in Christian families, but she had her little ways and priorities. I had my ways and priorities, and So I learned you had to give and take because you're not going to change each other.
Our kids and our grandkids mean the absolute world to us, don't they? Oh my goodness. Probably the most valuable thing we have is our children and our grandchildren.
And both Jeff and Kevin have made us so proud.
Oh, wow.
Their achievements.
Yes,
Right?
they have. Yes, they have.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path. And we've learned these 50 years how to trust. Not people, but trust the Lord.
I love you, Joel.
And I love you, Martha.